You know, out of all the apple cider vinegar videos on YouTube, I have a video that has the most views, 14 million views. And this morning I tried to find it. I couldn't even find it. It's out there, but apparently it's just not listed. So if you're trying to find some interesting information about apple cider vinegar, you may not find my videos. So this is why I decided to do another video just to kind of give you a summary of what was in that last video and also some new information, because this video, the one that got 14 million views 6 years ago, was done before there was some real interesting research done on apple cider vinegar in relationship to helping someone lose their belly fat. So I'm going to share that new data today as well. But there's a lot of benefits to consuming apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to recommend the amounts that you need per day. So let me just first dive into a study that wasn't around 6 years ago. But this study was done on 175 Japanese participants, and they were done on obese people. And this study was double-blinded. And this is what they found over 12 weeks. They found significant benefits in reducing visceral fat, that's the fat around the gut, in reducing subcutaneous fat, that's the fat just beneath the skin, in reducing triglycerides, cholesterol, increasing the BMI, and also decreasing body fat, as well as decreasing the waist to hip ratio. I mean, this is pretty amazing because back 6 years ago, the only studies that I could find were on mice. And there is some interesting information on mice. If you have an obese pet mouse, you definitely need to start giving him apple cider vinegar because it can inhibit the expression of lipogenic genes. Those genes are genes that increase fat production. So apple cider vinegar can inhibit the expression of those genes, which is pretty cool. I mean, who wants a bunch of fat mice running around your house? So the acid in apple cider vinegar is called acetic acid. And so it has been known to suppress body fat. Now, that's probably because of what it does to insulin, because it really helps you regulate your blood sugars. And that's primarily what I talked about 6 years ago. Now, you would think that consuming something acid would make the body more acid, and because acid is an unhealthy state, then you shouldn't be consuming apple cider vinegar. That's completely false information. Our bodies should not be one pH. Every different part of your body has a different pH. Your stomach is extremely acid. Your gallbladder material is slightly alkaline. Your small intestine is slightly alkaline. Your urine should be slightly acid. Your large intestine should be acid, but not extremely acid like the stomach. And so we need these different pHs to activate different enzymes for a lot of different purposes. So apple cider vinegar would support the stomach acids, okay? So it'll help you digest better. And the stomach level is exactly where the start of digestion occurs, right? I mean, it does start in the mouth with chewing, but the stomach is like the incinerator. That's where you have these really strong acids, like a pH of 1 to 3. I mean, that's like battery acid. And that hydrochloric acid is going to release enzymes to start breaking down protein and really do a number on your food. And so you wouldn't want to alkalize the stomach, okay? And this is why apple cider vinegar is used in a lot of digestive problems. So you definitely want to use apple cider vinegar for helping you lose more weight. And roughly within 12 weeks, you could potentially lose an extra 2 to 4 pounds. It might not sound like a lot, but if you look at how much 2 to 4 pounds of actual fat is, that's significant. And especially if it's targeting the midsection and the subcutaneous fat just beneath the skin, as well as supporting your blood sugars and helping you with insulin resistance, which is at the core of a slow metabolism. So very simply, this is what I recommend you do. You basically take 1 ounce of apple cider vinegar. That's 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of apple cider vinegar, okay? And you're gonna pour that in about an 8-ounce glass of water. And you also might wanna add in there some lemon juice, okay? What I do is I take a whole lemon, I blend it in the water, I put my apple cider vinegar in there with it, and then I put a scoop of my electrolyte powder, which has all the electrolytes, the trace minerals, and it's sweetened with stevia and it's flavored. So it tastes really good because sometimes the apple cider vinegar can be a little bit on the bitter side. And if you don't want to use electrolytes, you can just put some stevia in there, maybe 10 drops, so it'll be sweet. And if you have lemon in there, it'll taste like lemonade. And just realize if you're going to use lemon juice out of a bottle, there's not going to be a lot of vitamin C in there. But if you use a whole lemon, you're going to have a lot of vitamin C. And I do recommend the whole lemon. So you put it in the blender, blend it up, and then slug it down twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. So basically, you're doing a total of 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar every single day, split up, and I would recommend doing this on a regular basis. If you're concerned about your teeth because of this acid, just use a straw. Now, the only time I don't recommend consuming apple cider vinegar is during a prolonged fast, because you're going to be in some major ketosis and you're going to be pretty acid. So we wouldn't want to necessarily put more acid. And what I mean by a prolonged fast is anything longer than like a 48-hour fast. I'm not talking about regular intermittent fasting every day. Okay. And then there's another situation that I wouldn't recommend it is if you had an ulcer in your stomach. Okay. But you'll know that really quick because when you drink it, you'll have more pain in your stomach. But other than that, if you wanted something a little extra to help you lose a little more weight, you might want to try that. And because it's difficult to find that apple cider vinegar video that hit 14 million views, I put it up right here. Check it out.